Welcome to another episode of the America's favorite podcast, Jake.
You can't say that, Garf. You can't say that.
Yeah, I can.
Actually, yeah,
you just
can.
start saying stuff like that.
And that's then people might believe it.
Yeah, that's how marketing works. Think about it.
Hey, my friend who I love and I care about, Gareth, what nickname did you just tell me that you gave yourself about living with your mother? What did you call yourself?
I think I said, what did I say? Sweet baby ginger? What did I say?
Sweet ginger baby.
Sweet ginger baby.
So we got a new nickname. Fat Aaron Paul's gone. That was fun.
Well, I grieve it. I do not.
But it is now Sweet Ginger Baby.
Way better for me. Not great. Okay. Shouldn't have said it, obviously. We would think with Fat Aaron Paul was kind of organically fading away, but here we go. Off air with Jake. Off air becomes on air with such ease.
We have a great episode.
We do.
My dear friend, great co-star from New Girl, Max Greenfield comes on the show. He is, as always, he's funny. He's the best. I love the guy. He has written a children's book, which I'm sure you guys all know about. But if you don't, it's called I Don't Want to Read This Book. And it is fantastic. So thank you guys for everybody who's been sharing it and posting about it. Yep. Thank you for Caitlin for everything you're doing with social media. And thanks to everybody. We're having a lot of fun. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, you can go watch us on YouTube. We got stuff everywhere. So with that being said, enjoy the show.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Welcome to the show. You're on the podcast with Gareth Reynolds, Jake Johnson, and a very special guest, my friend, my former co-star, Mr. Max Greenfield.
Wow. Oh, I'm such a huge fan.
Such a huge fan. You, Max.
Yeah.
He's giving you love, baby.
Well, all three of you guys.
Oh, thanks. I was going to let Max have a little shine. What's your first name?
Oliver.
Oliver. Well, where are you from, Oliver?
I'm from Long Island, New York.
Yeah, baby.
And how old are you, Oliver?
25.
25. Now, you got a serious problem today?
Well, it's serious to me. We'll see how serious everybody else
Oliver,
thinks it
if it's serious to you, baby, that's all that matters. Let us know where you're at. What's happening?
Good stuff. That's what I like to hear. So I'm I guess you'd call it a content creator and a documentarian, but I make a lot of stuff. Do you actually make
documentaries or do you just make content and you're referring to yourself as a documentarian?
A little bit of both. I definitely...
Do you make... Hold on. Oliver, do you make documentaries or do you just film content and don't want to just say content creator?
You know what? We'll call it what you want. I think it's a little bit better than, just a standard YouTube video. I do travel. I do invest money into the content that I'm making.
Okay. I respect. Okay. So what's our issue?
So the topics that I usually cover are kind of silly individual quests.
Okay.
And so last year, I was weighing in at almost 400 pounds. And so I hit the gym and I got really into shape. And
Oliver,
now
you were a 400-pounder, my man?
Almost. I didn't quite break the brink, but I was on the way.
What's your height? What are you walking around at?
I'm 6 foot even.
6 foot, okay. Almost 400. Interesting.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. $4.
Okay, so you said This is getting too big.
I was getting way too big. It was, I'm a big fat party animal, and that's fine with me, but it's getting hard to buy clothes.
I get it, man. I get it. I got to throw away. I bought like 15 of the same black T-shirts. I got to buy a larger size. It's a nightmare.
I know. And then you got to upgrade the whole wardrobe. And then if you go back down, all your clothes are too big. And that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Oliver, you and me are relating. These two little skinny guys are rolling their eyes. All right. So what happened? What was your wake-up call? You wanted to lose weight? Why? What happened?
You know what it was I got married, and I really enjoyed the last year of my life. And I said, you know what? I want to stick around for a long time.
I love it.
And so I said, I'm gonna try to lose some weight. And then here's where we run into trouble. I kind of have plateaued in the last year or so, and I've decided to set myself a weight goal, something to do at the gym that I can hit.
Max, first, let me stop for 1 second, Oliver. Max, don't pretend this is not a wheelhouse call for you. A big guy losing weight talking about the goddamn gym. We got the right guy for you, Oliver.
Not interrupt him, Jake.
I got excited, Max. He's talking about a gym.
I'm listening. Shut up.
Well, we're going to fight. So the goal that I set myself is I want to be able to crush a watermelon between my thighs.
Oh, great.
What
Perfect.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That is without question
Oh.
the greatest gym goal I'll ever hear.
Yeah, you just went back to Garrett's camp and not to Max's camp.
Yeah,
Max
come
was
on
opening
over, baby.
kettlebells. You were losing
Yeah.
Garrett. He said
Yeah.
squash watermelon and he perked up.
Oh, content creator, gym
Documentarian.
hitter. Oh man.
All right, so you want to squash a watermelon in between those big thighs, my guy?
Correct. Right now I'm on the hip abduction machine. I can hit 205 pounds.
Amazing.
Are you just going hips right now? Are people like, buddy, your arms are like wiry and kind of flabby, and you're like, I got him a goal.
Well, I was going all arms, but I'm worried about being a light bulb. So I moved on to trying to get the legs up where the arms are.
Oh my god.
Oliver, what are
great.
you paying right now?
Right now I'm 290,
Nice, man.
Oh wow, way to go.
but I've plateaued around there, which is where the watermelon comes in. I really think if I can get the hip abductor machine up to 340 pounds, I can crush a watermelon. I feel really good about that, and I'll have lost weight along the way.
This is where the watermelon comes into play. Is just a great. I'm enjoying what you're saying a tremendous amount.
The problem,
The problem.
No problems.
Yeah, I'm still kind of with you on this one, Oliver. So you're wanting to squash it. You're going to this is going to get you stronger, which will make you lose more weight. What's the problem?
the problem is my support system right now. I've made a practice stream just to prove that I couldn't crush a watermelon right at the beginning. I went all out on filming it. I staged the whole thing, and I was not able to crush a watermelon in that stream. My goal is in 2 months' time to duplicate the entire stream, but be able to crush the watermelon.
Okay.
Now,
Did you genuinely try your hardest the first time?
I did. I got juice out of the watermelon, but I wasn't able to do the full crush.
Anyone
Okay.
drink that juice?
You know what? I'm hoping that the second watermelon will make nice snacks for the week.
Yeah, but hold on. So how much power do you need? Is this for real for you? You're just doing it for your documentaries?
Oh, no, I'm doing it for the documentary, but it is 100% for real.
Okay, and how much power do you need to smash a watermelon? Is there any kind of test for this?
40 pounds.
Can I go back to one of Jake's original questions? The watermelon journey, is it more content or is it a full documentary?
Well, I'm going to be doing a full documentary about it after the journey is over. But I legitimately want to crush this watermelon.
I get it. What do you think the title of that doc's going to be? Squashing melons?
Watermelon.
Watermelon?
Melons beware.
Melons beware.
Don't hate
Okay,
it.
I
Don't
respect
hate
it.
it.
I don't hate it.
No. Let me tell you, if this is an advice show,
It is.
you got to go back to Jake's original. Jake's real good at this, man.
So beware melons is good. Think squashing melons too. But we're in a zone right now. We got to figure
Wait,
out how
real quick, Jake.
What?
I want you to pretend that you're at the movie theater and you go up to the concession or whatever, and you ask for 2 tickets to Squash Melons. Go.
Hey, can I get 2 adults for squashing melons?
Huh.
I think it's a hit, man.
Yeah.
I think it's a hit. So, Oliver, where are you at with squashing melons right now? So you can get a little juice out, but you can't squash the melon, correct?
Correct.
And what are you doing at the gym, my man?
So it's a big focus on, first, obviously, legs. I start with some cardio to warm up, limber up, and then I'm hitting the hip abduction machine to see if I can get up.
Do you mind if I interrupt, Oliver? You're doing this all wrong.
Okay, hit me.
A gym is not the place to learn to squash melons.
Okay.
A farm is.
Oh, wow.
You just need to go to a goddamn watermelon farm, pay a farmer, and squash the little guys. Ask him if he's got any rotten watermelons and squash, because it's a mental game, man. You have lost 100 pounds, Oliver. You can squash a goddamn melon. It's a mental game. That melon has you beat. Don't beware melons. Beware Oliver because you're afraid of a big watermelon. A kettlebell, a fucking hip flexor machine is doing nothing for you. You got to go find some rotten watermelons and squash between those big legs of yours and get your confidence up.
Have you tried other melons? Have you tried like a cantaloupe or anything like that?
Well, that would be the eventual goal. I figure a cantaloupe is smaller and more dense than a regular watermelon.
Yeah,
so
you don't want to go
figuring.
cantaloupe, my man.
That's
You don't want to go
reality.
cantaloupe. Cantaloupe's a nightmare. If I'm you, I start with a plum. I go real peaches.
You got to keep on theme. It's melons, but I like plural. You hit the honeydew, you hit the cantaloupe, you squash
Honeydew is unsquashable.
Non-squashing melons.
But what's a soft melon?
I bet you Arnold Schwarzenegger could squash a cantaloupe.
You're right.
You mentioned this last year has been really good, correct?
Correct.
And did you meet a woman in this last year? Is that what I heard?
Well, I didn't meet her in this last year, but we got married in this last year.
You got married. Well, what does she think about this squash and melons goal?
It's a great question.
So she's into the goal of squashing the melon, but this is where the content side comes into this. I've recorded the stream where I couldn't smash it in the kitchen of our apartment, and she's not a huge fan of the stream where it does get smashed being recorded in our kitchen. I think partially because it's a small apartment. Our kitchen's very close to the living room rug. And it's a weird change of pace because she usually does support all of my endeavors, which are often similar to this.
But she doesn't like this. Go ahead, Max.
What do you mean, what similar endeavors? What's another one? Give us an example.
Recently, I threw a black tie affair in the apartment to celebrate the recent release of the new Monster cereal. I had this place filled up, 50-ish people, and she was all good with that. I'm also big on hyperfixations and collectibles. She's usually fine with that. Our whole living room
Well,
is...
yeah, but
she just doesn't want you squashing a fucking watermelon in her kitchen,
activities
Oliver.
don't get juice and seeds all over the living room. Or at least ideally.
I can tell you as a fact, my wife, Max's wife, and I'm sure Gareth's cat would not want any of us squashing a watermelon in between our thighs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Video or no video. So I think what you got to do is you got to forget about your stream for a little bit. You're either a documentarian, you're either a content creator, or you're a guy smashing fucking watermelons. You can't be all three at the same time. You're either the director or you're the goddamn subject. And if you want to be the subject and this is about losing weight, then forget setting up that iPhone and filming yourself squashing watermelons and get out to a field and just start squashing them. You need a Rocky montage. You need to spend about 2 months.
True.
Don't film any of it. Don't worry about the end product. Worry about squashing goddamn watermelons, man. And I don't think you go to a gym for that. I think you put a big melon in between those legs and you squash it. I think you watch what you eat. I think you go to the gym to get your cardio up. And then I think every single day you go to the grocery store, you buy the softest watermelon and you try to squash it.
You ever see one of those videos where they put the rubber bands around the watermelon and then they keep putting it on the watermelon until it explodes?
Yep.
Figure out how many rubber bands you need to make it explode and then work backwards from there, squashing them in between your quads.
That's a great idea.
You got anything here, Gareth?
I do. I agree. I think once we all heard go find a watermelon farmer and just give him the pitch, I think that's not going to hurt anything. I think you can do some training towards it. You're doing the right thing, but you really should be squashing as many melons as you can between your legs. I think from a content perspective, you can film some of it. And I think the day of the main event, if you do want to do it in your kitchen, just go get a big tarp from Home Depot. And I would say start with warm-ups from smallest melon to watermelon. And, really lean into it. Like those are the practice swings. But it's a hell of a goal.
Yeah, so I think in closing, the kind of advice for this one, Oliver, it's a tricky one because it's a hard goal. And Max is saying do something weird with rubber bands and figure out how many rubber bands. I don't know how that connects to the thighs. What's your advice on this one, Gareth?
Well, I think you can do it in your kitchen and, tarp it up. And if she doesn't support it, then maybe this is not the right relationship. I think that's
wow.
the whole point. Yeah.
That's a turn. I would say don't listen to Gareth. I would say you met
you don't
a woman.
think you can find, let me tell you something. You're going to be able to find a woman out there who you love, who also, trust me, I have a cat, who you love and who also supports the thigh melon stuff. That's all
Oliver,
I'm saying.
this is going sideways, my guy. This woman, you got married during a year when you lost 100 pounds. I think you got a winner at home. My advice to you is find an outdoor park and every single day squash a watermelon and don't take a day off.
And I would say throw money out the window. Whatever you put into this financially, I think you'll make back when you sell the duck.
Oliver, thank you so much for the call, my man.
Thanks,
hey, guys,
bud.
thank you very much.
Jake, next time you're around a watermelon, are you going to go, hey, can I try something?
Some watermelons.
Can I see what I can do with this between my legs?